Hey there, my name is Aaron Hughes and I'm the real estate investing copywriter. And in this video, I want to share with you a really effective strategy to help you improve your real estate investing brand. If you're working with cash buyers, investors for your fund or syndicate, for borrowers for your hard money lending business, or for real estate investors if you happen to be a speaker or a guru. Now, just for clarity and as a disclaimer, I would say this probably wouldn't work for motivated sellers. So if you have a brand that speaks specifically to motivated sellers, that's not really the scope of this video. You can kind of skip this video. It probably isn't for you. But for anyone who's serving the other audiences I mentioned, cash buyers, investors in a fund or syndication, borrowers for hard money lending, or investors if you're a speaker or a guru, then this can really work well. Now, you might be wondering, why does it work for those audiences but not for motivated sellers? And it comes down to something that you may have heard me say before if you've heard me speak, or you've read my book, or you've seen my videos, and that is, I believe there's really only two factors that drive every decision in life for everyone. Really, people are only ever making decisions for two reasons. One is survival and one is significance. So people are making decisions for their own survival or survival of the species, and they're making decisions for significance, to make themselves feel significant and to kind of get one up on their neighbor and their friends and their enemies and all the people who said they would never make anything of themselves in life. Right? So survival and significance are really the two reasons people are making decisions. Of course, there's factors and dimensions and versions of those, but really those are the kind of the two fundamental reasons. And I think that motivated sellers are really making decisions from a survival perspective, most of them. So for that reason, we're not talking about motivated sellers. We're not talking about survival as a decision factor, but we are talking about significance as a decision-making factor. And audiences that are using significance to help them make decisions are audiences like cash buyers, investors for your fund, borrowers for your hard money lending business, investors for your real estate investing guru business, and other audiences like that. So in this video, we're talking about significance as a decision-making factor. We're going to focus in a little bit more on that even, and say that one of the ways that you can help people feel significance to engage with your brand further is by building a sense of prestige into your brand, a sense of prestige. So when you think of a prestigious brand, think of something really luxurious. You might think of like Rolls-Royce or Maybach or Lamborghini. Any of those have a sense of prestige to them, and it's really a sense of luxury. And when you're playing at that level, you've got this quality, this sense of like elegance and value, and people are attracted to that. Even people who may not be able to afford it, but they aspire to it, and it makes them really connect with that brand. When I was a kid, I had a poster of a Lamborghini on my wall. I never thought I'd own one, but I had a poster on my wall of it. And that's really like the sense of significance, like a great illustration of that sense of significance, that you want that because it's such a prestigious brand. And you can have the same concept in your real estate investing business, and you should consider that for the audiences I mentioned. And it doesn't have to be expensive or elaborate. It can be, it can get there, but you can start with something as simple as a beautiful, elegant, luxurious logo and a business name that's just like speaks of luxury. And just start with that. And then consider like just changing what you wear so that it aligns a bit with that level of prestige. So maybe instead of wearing just whatever, flip-flops and your t-shirt, consider wearing like a 3-piece suit with like even a pinstripe suit. Now that might turn off some investors, and that's fine, but it does speak to your prestige. And of course you need to do all this with a sense of authenticity, but it is a way to add luxury and prestige to your business if it matches your own personality. Okay, so we've talked about logo, we've talked about your name, we've talked about maybe what you wear. It can go even further than that. Consider a simple, elegant website. Just look at some of the most, like the fanciest websites of the most luxurious brands out there. Consider looking at like clothing brands, really high-end hotels, businesses that sell like expensive destinations and that kind of thing. Look at their websites and you'll see they're very elegant, they're very luxurious, they're understated. They actually don't have that many buttons on them. They're just really simple and elegant and beautiful. And so consider building a website that reflects that as well. And then you can keep going on from there. Consider getting sales materials, maybe stuff you ship to your audience, like a folder of sales material or what you send your contracts in, that type of thing. Don't just send them in like the 99-cent folder you got from Staples. Get something really nice and thick with some weight to it that matches all the other pieces of your brand and send it to them. Consider what Amex sends their highest end cards in, like their black card or whatever. It comes in this like beautiful case, and you open up that case and there's the card like nestled in this like bed of foam, this special foam cutout that's all custom built around it. Like all of that, it creates a sense of like you open it up and you can almost hear angels singing at how luxurious and magnificent this is. That's prestige, and that's what you can build into your brand just with the materials that you send to people. And then consider how you can create prestige with other things too, such as events or experiences or interactions. Now, I think of a time when one of my clients, it was his birthday. He threw a birthday party, and a whole bunch of us flew in. There was his mastermind, his friends, people he'd done business with for a long time. He was my client, so I flew in to where he lived for his birthday, and we all gathered there. And he had rented out a bar for his birthday. And as you walked into the bar, you kind of walked in one at a time, and he'd had this red carpet put there with like a velvet rope on the front, and you walked along and you paused for a second, and there was like these photographers who were also rented, but they were taking pictures of you, and then that photo became a memento of your experience, but you felt like you were a star on the red carpet for that moment. All of those things, from something as simple as a slight tweak to your logo, right through to embedding like this prestigious experience of a red carpet and a velvet rope, all of those things can help build prestige into your brand. You don't need to do all of them right away, but start doing more every day. Add an element of prestige every day to your business if this is something that resonates with you. Now, when you do that, you get a couple of benefits. First of all, people aspire to interact with you. Just like I was saying earlier, like I had a Lamborghini poster on my wall when I was a kid. I didn't have a poster of like a Honda Civic on my wall. I had this brand of prestige on my wall. It was, it's a beautiful car and an amazing brand, and so have that quality of brand, and it will attract people. Even if people can't do business with you right now, they'll aspire to do business with you because of your brand. So that's one benefit. Another benefit is that people feel that you are high end, and they will be more inclined to do more business with you. Then the other benefit that you get is that people will share their experience with you, and they'll share that on social media for their friends and their followers. So if you're just a regular real estate investor who looks like every other investor, there's no sense of significance for someone to share that they were interacting with you. But if you have a beautiful experience and a beautiful brand, and you're giving them the red carpet treatment, and you're hanging out with them on a private jet, then all of those things create a sense of prestige, which feeds that sense of significance, and they want to share that significance with their friends on social media. So you get all of these benefits by building prestige into your business. Now, this is not going to work for everyone, because not all of those audiences I mentioned are going to resonate with that. And it's not going to work for all real estate investors because maybe you aren't a prestige person, right? You might feed significance in a different way, and that's totally fine. You need to always work with something that's authentic with who you are. But it is a very powerful way to attract eyeballs and to get people to engage with you, and then to get them to share it with the world. And so if you are building a brand for those audiences, and if it is aligned with you, consider building a brand that has prestige in it. My name is Aaron Hughes. I'm the real estate investing copywriter. And if you want more tips, tools, and strategies to help you do more deals, head over to realestateinvestingcopywriter.com.